I documented how I built an agency to over 100 customers, SaaS agency, with 2 part-time VAs, and how I managed it in less than 10 hours a week. A lot of people today are running around building huge, complex, robust, crazy agencies. That is not what this workshop, this training is all about. I went back and peeled back the onion on everything we did to make a business that optimized for a lifestyle, that optimized for profit, and that optimized for freedom, for an actual business that is enjoyable and that is something that is actually achievable, attainable. So the training is a little bit longer, but it's jam packed with good info. So if you want to build an awesome agency, especially if you've been at this for more than 6 months and you're still struggling to really getting traction with customers, or if you've just maybe you've got customers and you're just like having no profit margins. If either of those situations sounds familiar, this video is for you. Check it out. And it's a little bit longer, but it is well worth the watch. So enjoy, and I'll see you on the next video.
Hopefully you guys are all here because you want to learn more about how to build an agency, what I call a lifestyle agency. And effectively for me, that's a simple business model that has low overhead. And we do our very best to remove agency overwhelm. If that's what you're here for, give me a 1 in the chat. Let's make sure that everybody's here for the right reason. All right. All right. Very cool. Alpha Blackburn, is that your real name? Because if that's your name, if your name is Alpha, that's flipping sweet. You know, Alpha, what a cool name. All right. Okay. Yes, Alpha Romero. For real, Romeo. That's amazing. Okay. Well, all right, you guys, let's roll here today. I'm going to go ahead and we've got my screen sharing. Everything is working. Welcome to today's workshop. My goal here today is to talk to you guys about how I was able to build an agency. We'll talk more about that, but it's cool if I do it, but it's even more cool if you guys are able to do it. So with that said, what I want to do is I want to get some participation from you guys. Are you guys ready to get started in today's workshop? Give me a 1 in the chat if you are ready to get going. All right. All right. We got the ones rolling in. Okay. Very cool. All right. We're going to start out with this. With so many success stories. Okay. I know everybody has seen this. With so many success stories like the ones you see here. Okay. This guy making $8,000 up front, scaling past 100 clients, $300,000 a month of recurring revenue, $36,000 annual recurring revenue in 24 hours. The guy in the middle just sold his agency recently for 7 figures and then $17,000 in 1 day. Let me ask you guys a question. And if you can be as honest and transparent as possible, that would help me and ultimately help you. Do you ever feel overwhelmed? Does this ever overwhelm you? Do you ever think, okay, awesome. Thank you guys. What do these people know that I don't know? What's their client getting secrets? I mean, that's a big one. You guys, I know that you can't have a business without any sales, and those come from clients. So what's their client getting secret? How do they make so much money? Like, how are they actually having the lifestyles that they talk about? How are they doing this? What is their offer? I know a big one, you know, what is their offer? You guys will go around and you want to know what their offer is, what the best offer is. And then maybe you're like, hey, let's go check out their ads and see what they're doing. How many of you guys have done that? Give me a 1 in the chat if you have stalked other agencies that are crushing it just to see what ads it is that they're running. Okay. Oh, we got the AI assistants jumping in, spy food them. Okay, absolutely. Well, let me start with this. The unvarnished truth is, and here's what you need to know. As a person, I have the ability to see into thousands of agencies. Okay. So here's what I'm going to tell you. The unvarnished truth about everything, what they're all doing, they all, number one, get clients the same way. They all get the clients the same way. That's probably surprising to some of you. You're thinking, how could that be possible? I will show you. They make profit the same way. All of them follow a similar path towards building their agency success. And they have a formula that as long as you know it, you can follow it too. Okay. This is the unvarnished truth. I have a promise. I want to start out here today because if you're here for the right reasons, this should align with you. If you're not here for these reasons, then I don't want to waste your time, my time, so you can just check out right away. Here's my promise to you. During our time together today, I'm going to show you the formula. Okay. I'm going to show you how these agencies are winning over and over and over again. And I can do that because I have also done it. Okay. I built an agency and what we call the SaaS model agency. I built it to over 100 plus clients. I ran that agency with 2 part-time VAs, and it took less than 10 hours of my time. Okay. Now here's a controversial statement. Here's a question. Let's be honest. And I want a yes or no, please. If you guys wouldn't mind just jumping in the chat and telling me yes or no. Controversial statement. It is yes or no. It is better to learn from someone who's actually done what you are trying to do or not. Let me know. Is it a yes? Okay. Very cool. Hell yes. Okay. If that is the case, if you believe that, then that's good because you're in the right place. That's what I believe too. But I need something from you guys. Okay. And you're already doing it. The number one thing I need from you guys is participation. I am here to share what I've discovered with the end goal of you being able to go back to your agency and not just improve it. That's not going to work for me. I want you to change it. I want you to change it forever. I want you to reference back to today. And I'm not being hyperbolic. I'm being as genuine as possible. I want you to change your businesses forever. Okay. So the first thing I need from you is implementation. Give me a 1 if you guys are going to participate. I'm sorry. That's 2. Give me a 1 if you're going to participate today. You're already doing it, so you don't even need to do that. How about that? Okay. And then number 2 is implementation. Nothing pains me more than giving this formula, giving this solution, showing you proof that this does work, only to see you at the Level Up conference here in a couple months, still clinging to things and doing things that don't work. Do you agree to do that? Get shit done. 1, I didn't tell you which number. Let's do a yes. How about a yes? Yes is easy to type. All right. If you do, then I am ready to go as long as you are ready to go. So let's get moving. We're going to paint the picture of what's going on today. You guys, here is the fact today. And if this is you, totally fine. Agency owners are more confused than ever. This is a post. This is a post from a person who's building an agency. It's been 6 months. I still don't have any clients. I love this platform. He's referring to High Level in this case. Open to all suggestions at this point. Here's another one. Now, this one is from the High Level community. I started SaaS now for about 6 months, still finding it difficult to get my first clients. I have a great experience, blah, blah, blah. He has experience in marketing. He's not getting anything. And then this guy, okay, it's been around 6 months, not having any success. I don't know what to do. Is it this? Is it that? Is it the other? Okay. Now here's what's interesting. And you guys all identify with this because the big frustration is when people come in and ask questions like this, they're saying, I'm doing all this stuff, but then there's this one little thing, this subtle thing that comes in. It's like, what is the secret sauce that people are not sharing to achieve these goals? What is it? In posts like this, the thing that drives me nuts, I'm telling you right now, the things that drive me nuts are the people who jump in, the 360 comments in this case, and 95% of them are from people who have not done it. It drives me nuts. And how do I know that they have not done it? Because I've done it. And when I read these comments, we're going to read the comments. Okay. Please try video marketing. Make 30-second videos that will do exact blah, 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 blah. BS. That's not it. I've been doing LinkedIn lead generation for a client since 2020. I don't know, blah, 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 blah. That's not it. It's a numbers game. Okay, sure. It's a numbers game. How many people do you talk to businesses? Okay, sure. These are not the answers. None of these are the answers. Okay. And I have been noticing this for a very, very long time. I started in the agency business in 2015. We didn't have a lot of the complexities that are available today. And in part, that's good. But in part, that's more challenging because today we can deliver crazy outcomes as long as we know the curated path to success. Okay. But as it stands today, many of you guys are confused. Give me a one. Once again, give me a one if you feel overwhelmed and confused. I might be coming back to this a little bit today. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Okay. Here's what I did, you guys. In mid 2023, so last year, I did a survey. I wanted to know why so many agencies were struggling. And this is what I found. And tell me which one of these buckets you fall into. It can be bucket one, or it can be bucket two, or it can be bucket both, right? The first one is one, I have no clients. If you don't have clients, it's going to be hard for you to build a business. I totally get that. Okay. That was bucket number one. Bucket number two was I'm overwhelmed. This one caught me by surprise. The I have no clients bucket, that made sense to me. It's like, okay, well, people suck at sales. They struggle to do whatever. I get it. But the I'm overwhelmed one, that one really surprised me. And boy, were they overwhelmed. In fact, I had pages and pages and pages of their feedback. And I know the script is a little small to read, but I have pages of this. Here are some of the consistent findings that were coming back to me. I'm not sure what to sell. Not only do I not know how to sell, I have no idea what to sell. Okay. Because there's so many different features in this software, in this model to sell. I don't know how to start. What is step number one? I saw that one actually quite a bit. I'm not sure what to offer. Getting clients is hard. I'm overwhelmed by all the tools and all the learning. In fact, if you want to do a fun little exercise, go type in the word overwhelm in the GHL search, and you will see some very interesting posts, much like the ones I've been showing you here. So let me ask one more time. How many of you feel overwhelmed? Okay, give me a one in the chat if that's you. I know I've asked for this a couple times. We're building into success, you guys. All right. All right, Pauline feels very, the amount of one Pauline's gave, she feels very overwhelmed. Pauline, we're doing this for you. All right, here's the good news. Today, the journey to clarity begins, and I mean that genuinely. So before we get into the presentation, a little bit about me. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sam Carlson. I've been an entrepreneur for 20 plus years. I've been in the agency space now for about a decade. I just sold my agency last year. Okay, I had a top rated podcast called the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast. I wrote a book called New Patient School, the how-to guide for converting more leads into patients. My agency was a new patient marketing agency. And then I published that book. And then I have a published case study by Facebook. My niche at the time that my niche was, back in 2018, 19, when we had our published case study, we were the only niche to have published results by Facebook. So this is kind of a cool feather in our cap. You can't reach out to Facebook and get that. That has to be something that you earn. So we were able to achieve that, which is pretty cool. But maybe the coolest thing, and the reason I think you all are here today, is I've actually built an agency that I would call successful. Over 100 SaaS clients run by 2 VAs in under 10 hours a week, which we talked about. So the question is this: how many of you guys want to own an agency like that? Give me a yes or a no. If it's a yes, then you're in the right place. If it's a no, maybe go somewhere else. But I assume you're all here for that. So hell yeah. I love all the hell yes. That's very exciting. All right, cool. Then let's jump into it. So here's our agenda for today. I'm going to give you 3 solutions, and this is basically the formula that we're going to follow to achieve the outcome that you guys want. All right. So the first one is solving the problem of what I call agency failure. Okay. So the number one cause of agency failure and how to flip that success formula in your favor. We'll identify the problem and then we'll flip it so you guys can see the solution. That's number one. Number 2, how to reverse engineer your proven agency model and skip the guesswork. Guesswork is what most people do. It's what I did. I didn't have a proven path like this to follow, so I had to do a lot of guesswork. And ultimately, that makes it so I can show you guys, hey, don't do that, do this, don't do that, so on and so forth. And then the third solution that we're going to talk about is the agency hack to go from agency confusion to agency clarity and to do it as fast as possible. If this sounds good, if you guys are super excited, I will jump into solution number 1, but I want to get a hell yeah from the people who are my hell yeah people. Give me a hell yeah in the chat and we will get moving. I'm going to take my hat off because it's constricting my brain flow. All right, there we go. Thank you guys. All right, let's get moving. All right, solution number one, the number one cause of agency failure and how to flip that success formula in your favor. Okay, so let's start here. What is it? What do you guys think that causes most agency failure? Now, I want you to hold that thought. You don't need to type it in, but I want you to hold that thought because as we go through the solution, we might be identifying some limiting beliefs and fixing those with solution number one. And I call this section the mortgage broker who almost failed and the magazine that saved his butt and transformed near failure into a financial breakaway success. All right, let's get moving. In 2004, so this is me and my lovely wife and my firstborn, who this is 2004, so that's 20 years ago. It's crazy. In 2004, I quit my job. Okay, and I had a bunch of friends who were in real estate, and they said, "Hey, man, if you go become a mortgage loan originator, we will send you all of our deals." Now, that was amazing to me because I was like, well, if they got me all of this business and I'm making commissions, I can make a really good living. I was just out of college making not very much money. I really did need a career and something that would do it. So I decided to jump in. I had a wife and my first kid. I jumped in both feet and I said, I'm going to do this. It was terrifying, but I thought the opportunity was too good to pass up. So I got licensed. I had a branch in Boise, Idaho that hired me on, said, "Hey, yeah, we'll take you." And then I went to those people, my buddies, and I said, "Hey, how about those leads?" And they were really nice, but I think they'd oversold their ability to provide me with leads because when I asked, it was crickets. And so here I am, a wife, a baby, no money. And so I go to my branch manager and I'm like, "Hey, Julie, what should I do? Because I'm kind of hosed. I thought my friends were going to send me all these leads, but they got nothing right now. What do I do?" And she said, "Well, what you do is you go to realtors' offices, you take them to lunch, you wine them, dine them, do all that kind of stuff, and then they'll send you business." Well, I was 24, you guys. How many professional real estate agents that have a big pipeline of business do you think want to send their business to a brand new vanilla loan originator? You think people are leaping out of their chairs to take a chance on me? No. And I know a lot of you guys feel that way, which is great because not only did I find my solution from that struggle, but I found yours too. And so one day I was sitting in the lobby of a Century 21 real estate brokerage and I saw these magazines. You guys seen these magazines, right? Where they're listing all their homes and everything. You start going through them and you find all the homes. And I was looking through them because I would use them as a way to source real estate agents that I might talk to. And I'm like, "Oh, that person denied me. That person would not work with me. That person." And I'm just feeling like really crappy about myself. And then it happened. I call it my eureka moment. I saw a listing from a real estate agent named Christina McNeil. And as I looked at the listing, I saw, wow, she works with first-time homebuyers. There was something I knew about first-time homebuyer loans that most loan originators did not want to do it. I also saw she spoke Spanish. I also am bilingual. I speak Spanish as well. And I had a thought in my head. All the other people that I'd been looking at, I'm like, they would never work with me. But right here, I see an opportunity. And so I called up Christina McNeil. And this was my sales pitch, you guys. This pitch will work on any person so long as you follow the formula that I just showed you. We're going to reiterate it in just a second. I said, "Hi, Christina. My name is Sam Carlson. I specialize in government financing for first-time homebuyers, and I speak Spanish as well. You probably have people who are getting, having a hard time getting approved, and maybe you have to translate for them. If you need anybody that needs help, feel free to send them my way." 5 deals. 5 deals that day. Why? Well, because, my friends, I found what I call a sub niche. A sub niche. It is not enough to have a niche. You have to have a sub niche. So in this case, real estate agents, I thought that was my niche. And if you guys have come to this call today and you also think that, hey, real estate agents are my niche, I'm telling you right now, real estate agents are not a niche. They are a category. Because what happened when I was pursuing business from real estate agents? Nothing. They didn't want to work with me. I was just another loan originator in a pool of other originators who had more experience, more background, more knowledge than I did. But I went from real estate agents down to first time home buyers. And then I went down to Spanish speakers. And all of a sudden, all of the competition that I had, gone overnight. When you start with the sub niche, you guys, and this is the number one failure. Most people start at the category, if not facing every business. Okay. When you start with a sub niche, here's what will happen. This is what you can look forward to. Number one, your marketing efforts will be easy. Okay. Your offer will become clear. Back then, I knew nothing about advertising, nothing about marketing. I came up with the pitch that I just told you through sheer common sense. If your offer doesn't make sense using common sense, you don't have an offer. And here's the craziest thing. All of a sudden, you will become an agency genius. I am telling you guys. So let's just make sure that we're tracking on this one thing. And you have to be honest with yourself. Okay. To this point, have you guys been treating your niche did you think you had a niche when you had a category? Give me a 1 in the chat if you have been guilty of this until now. And I know this is the hard one where it's like, I don't want to admit that. I get it. Oh man, look at all you guys. Very genuine. Thank you guys. That's awesome. Okay. It's okay because now we know, right? Now we know the solution. So the question is, what do you think causes most agency failure? It's either no niche or incorrect niche selection. That's actually another big one. You have to niche down. Now, here's a word of caution. While niching down can make your agency actually finally work, it can also break your agency if you don't do it correctly. Okay. So you got to understand that I got lucky the first time and you might get lucky too, but there is a proper specific formula on how to do this. More on that in a second. All right. We good so far? How clear are revelations, Sam? I love it, Carl. Thank you. Give me a 1 if that first solution, if the number one reason to failure makes sense to you. Failure to launch 111s. Okay, awesome. Let's go to number 2. How to reverse engineer your proven agency model and skip the guesswork. Here's a harsh reality. You guys, the 7-figure agency is a bold-faced lie. I love this slide. Here's why I love this slide. What most 7-figure agencies don't tell you, this is what they're not telling you. And whenever they tout their numbers, you'll notice they only talk about revenue. Most 7-figure agencies are a mess. They have a ton of overhead. They just hire a ton of people. They have a high churn. They have a rotating door of customers. And all they do all day long is put out fires. That business model, the general understanding of the 7-figure agency sucks. It sucks. And I know this for many reasons, but one, I have a privileged position and I get to see a lot of agencies like Daniel Nugent. Okay. This is Daniel Nugent. He last year won the SaaSpreneur Award. Okay. He built his agency to over 200 customers. He won the SaaSpreneur Award, has a 7-figure agency, and then he burnt the entire thing to the ground. He burned it all to the ground because of what he learned from this webinar that you guys are learning here today. Okay, let's see if the audio works.
I agree with you there because I am a case study of of selling and doing all the features in high level. I'm guilty of that. And every quarter when sales slows down, we added a new thing. Like, hey, let's start doing social media now. Like, let's pitch that, get some new clients, and then, hey, let's start doing website marketing, landing pages, building landing pages. So, so now we got like 200 customer with different custom projects. Oh my God, it's a nightmare. One of the main reasons why I left the agency. So for this one, I'm starting new. There will be none of that. It'll be
You guys, the only reason I can say this is not only because do I get to observe agencies like Daniel's. I did it too. I did it too. And I didn't know I was doing it until it was too late. Now, here's the truth. When you think about it, when you think about the 7-figure agency, you think, man, there's nothing but upside to this. If we achieve this revenue, we're going to crush it. We're going to make money. The reality is it's incredibly complicated to run. I'm not great at hiring. I'm not great at like all the amount of people that come into this business. It seems like in that bottom right-hand picture, that's a person giving money to everyone else except for themselves. And that is what happens. Okay. I don't want you to make that mistake. Okay. So the question is, Sam, what do I do instead? Instead of making these mistakes, here's what I decided to do. And this is what you guys needed. This is solution number 2. This is what you guys need to do. I decided to model success. Here's what success looked like to me. Steve Jobs said, the real art is knowing what to leave out, not what to put in. Let me say that one more time. Steve Jobs, a guy that created intuitive products that everybody buys today. He filled the world with some of the best products on the market. If you're an Apple person, right? The real art is knowing what to leave out and not what to put in. Or in other words, as Michael Scott calls it, addition by subtraction. So what does that mean?
Addition by subtraction.
Well, let me tell you how I applied it. Okay. So when we were looking at this terrible model, here's what we did. We started asking ourselves these 3 questions, and these are the same 3 questions you need to ask yourself. Number 1, whatever it is that we're doing, can we remove something from what it is that we're delivering? That's number 1. Number 2, what work actually matters most? In fact, I have a daily reminder on my calendar that pops up and says, what work matters most? And then number 3, who are our best customers? Okay. Over a year, we did that. And by doing so, our results actually got better. Think about that. By removing things, our results got better. Our snapshot. So the way the software and what we were delivering, what we were giving, our product to our customers, our snapshot was way more simple. And oddly enough, our customers stopped churning. Okay. You never remove customer churn, even like huge companies, whatever, they have customer churn, but it completely changed. And that is how I built a simple agency with 100 plus clients, 2 VAs, and it took 10 hours a week. That's the 3rd time I've talked about that. That's also how my buddy Quinn did it. Okay. Now Quinn built his agency doing the exact same process through trial and error. That's exactly how my buddy Alex Machuca did it. He is over 350 plus clients with a team of 4, and then he's got some part-time VAs. It's just testing, trial and error. Now, I want an authentic answer. We've been doing good so far. Question: would you rather learn by trial and error or just follow a proven path? Give me a 1 if you want to learn by trial and error. Give me a 2 if you want to follow a proven path. Okay. We've got some smart people in here. I love it. Very good. Now, for all of you people that said follow a proven path, here's an inconvenient truth that you need to know. An inconvenient truth. Up to this point, you have not done that. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Right? I think that's fair. I'm not trying to be mean. That's just fair. Now, the question is that because, number 1, you're either too lazy to put in the work to do it? Because I got to tell you, going through that year process of removing things and testing things, it was a gauntlet. It was not easy. Okay. Or is because you haven't found a path to follow yet? Is it the lazy or the path? Give me a lazy or give me a path. Lazy or path. Lazy or path. All right. Path. All right. Very cool. Hold on to that thought, because as we get very good. Claudia says, Path, I think. Claudia, it's Path, because I can tell just by your engagement so far, you are not lazy. Lazy and riverish. I love it. You guys are great. Okay, let's jump into the third solution. Okay. The agency hack to go from agency confusion to agency clarity and do it fast. You guys are hilarious. All right, let's go back to where we started. All right. Understanding the nature of agency overwhelm, that is going to be really important for us. If we don't understand what's causing this, we can't fix it. So if you guys remember all these agencies, this guy, I've been doing it for 6 months. This guy, I've been doing it for 7 months. This guy, I've been doing it. What is the secret sauce? Nobody can tell me. Okay. And then everybody gets out there and just like telegrams. By the way, that's one of the most toxic things ever, are people going in and just regurgitating things that they have not done. You have to be super careful in these communities. Okay. Now, of all that crap that's going on, knowing why this is happening is by far the most important question you will ever answer, which is what we're going to do right now, because if you understand why, then you can understand how. Okay, fair enough. Let's jump into it. All right, this is me, you guys. I was a true player from day one. That's me right there. I've got I've got 5 sisters, and this is me. But yes, I'm a true player from day one. As an entrepreneur, I knew from a very young age that I was going to be an entrepreneur. Okay, I knew I did not fit in corporate America or working for somebody else. And my personal entrepreneurial journey has had its incredible highs. I was very successful in 2007. I owned a mortgage company. It was great. But then in 2008, you guys know what happened. And the picture there on the right, I have 4 kids and I'm homeless. Not great. Luckily, I wasn't homeless on the street. We had family that would take us in. Okay, my entrepreneurial journey, you guys, I have been in the boom and bust. But honestly, if I'm honest, it was a lot more bust than it was boom. Okay. Why? Because I had to learn everything through trial and error. The moment I felt like something was working is the very second that something would come in and derail me. It sucked. Like, honestly, I can tell you right now, the first 10 years of my entrepreneurial career, I just felt like I couldn't, I would either, it was boom and bust. I thought I would figured it out, but then something would happen, whether in the marketplace or something else, and it would just take my knees out from under me. And I had this one constant reminder. Man, I felt it. It felt like a daily reminder that it wasn't just me struggling. It was all the people who counted on me that also struggled. And luckily I chose well in the spouse side of things, that we were okay. But it was a very, yeah, Stephen, I'm with you. You guys give me a 1, and you don't have to say anything. Just give me a 1 if you can relate to this. Thank you. In 2014, in 2014, something happened though. And this is where everything changed for me. And this is where I wanted to change for you. I remember the very moment when I was looking through the glass. My daughter had a friend who had a birthday party, and we got invited to the birthday party, and she was, I don't know, a kid, so 5 or 6. And so we went to the party. We were standing in, we were in downtown Seattle. And I remember looking through this window and feeling just like I felt a second ago, honestly, which is just a reminder. But I guess I didn't feel like that anyway. But I remember just feeling defeated and like, what the hell am I going to do? And then this guy comes up and he taps me on the shoulder. His name was Sonny. And he said, "Hey man, how you doing? What are you doing?" And I told him, I said, I just am ending. He knew I had a business. I just am ending this business with this person. And I think I'm going to go out and start another business. That's what I did. I was a serial entrepreneur. And he said, "I don't think you should do that." It took me by complete surprise. I'm like, "Who are you?" I mean, we knew each other, but we were more acquaintances. We were not friends. He said, "I'm having a seminar at my clinic." He was a chiropractor. "Why don't you come see what I do? I need help in my consulting firm. Like, all right, cool. So I went, and based on what I learned from him during that seminar, I said, dude, have you ever been around somebody and just thought, I don't know exactly what this is all about, but I do know that I want to be around that person. That's the only thing that I knew. And so I decided to take him up on his offer, and I started working for him. And over the next, over the next 6 months, it was crazy because all of the failure that I had as an entrepreneur felt like dots, like all over the place. Like, oh, I failed there. I failed there. But because I'd gone through those experiences, and because I now had a mentor showing me, it's like I started to connect all of those dots. And it happened really fast. I will tell you right now, one of the things that I want you guys to know, if you have related to this so far in terms of the points of failure, as soon as somebody who has gone through those but come out on the other side can show you how how everything connects, it will blow your mind, and you will be amazed how fast you can learn something. And that was 2015. Since 2015, I mean, I don't want to sound whatever, but I've had nothing but wins, and I've been able to crush it as it relates to business over and over and over again. So my question to you is, what changed? What do you think changed? Let me know. Give me, like, put it in the chat. What do you think changed? I found a mentor. I found a mentor. Okay. And who you were following, that's perfectly said. Yeah, absolutely. Very good. And could have been a bunch of things, could have been a combination, but the number one thing was I had a mentor. So the question is what makes a good mentor? Let me outline a couple things. Number one is they have to be a person that has already done something that you want to do. Number two, they have to be able to eliminate guesswork. Trial and error learning is for chumps. That's what I did until I found a mentor. Eliminating the guesswork, that is the way that winners learn. And as long as you are able to do that, then you can save tons of time. Your biggest threat right now, guys, is not money. Your biggest threat is not money. Your biggest threat is time. The amount of time it takes you to learn to make money, that's your threat. Okay. And the other thing that you don't understand, in terms of learning through trial and error, the way to not learn through trial and error is something called learning in sequence. Or in other words, there's a reason that when you start school, you don't start in high school. You start at kindergarten, then first grade, then so on and so forth. And you learn the things that you need to know in order. They build on each other. Learning in sequence is very important. And right now, people are getting like you guys, I don't want to blame you, but you guys are jumping around from one shiny object to the next. Okay. That is not learning in sequence. That is learning by provocateur. Okay. But most of all, a good mentor is somebody that can take things that are complex and make them simple. Okay. Maybe the best way I can say this is you guys have heard of 2020, like hindsight is 2020, right? You guys have heard that? Mentorship is also 2020. Okay. And a question right now, if you have related to this, I want you to answer this question. What could you do if you found a mentor that could show you the right way, that could eliminate the guesswork, that could save you the time, that could help you learn in sequence? Would that be beneficial? Yes or no? Awesome. 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 Let me just do, I once heard a mentor say, tell them what you're going to tell them, then tell them what you told them. So here's a quick recap. We've talked about the number one cause of agency failure, which is not picking a niche properly. There is a formula to it. Okay. Then we talked about how to reverse engineer your proven agency model and skip the guesswork. And then we talked about how to hack your agency confusion and clarity fast through a mentor. Okay. Your big takeaway so far should be threefold. You need a niche, you need a model, and you need a mentorship, or in other words, you need a path. There's a mentorship. Sorry. Okay. Now, here's a question. You guys, has this been valuable so far? Give me a 1 in the chat if so far this has been valuable. Yes, one, I'll take a yes as well. Okay, great. Uno, muy bien. So for the past hour, now here's the thing. I know you guys feel overwhelmed. I know that that happens. For the past hour, you guys have been getting fed through a garden hose. There's all this new information coming. Hopefully what we're doing is showing you things, points of failure that you've had already and exposing them so you can change where you're at today and then move forward. Okay. But I know that you feel overwhelmed. Let me ask you a question. Would you like to see how these guys and myself built agencies? One that 100 plus SaaS agents, 2 VAs, 10 hours a week, 39 and Machuca, 350 clients, Quinn, $30,000 monthly recurring revenue. Would you like to see how we did that? Okay. Yep. 10-4. I was not. All right. Awesome. Very good. Okay. Well, here's what you need to know before I show you this. We all had to do it the hard way. You don't have to. You don't have to. And that should be very obvious by now. That's what the whole point of this training is all about. Okay. Because you can't learn all of this in 1 hour, which is why we created this special offer for you. Would you guys like to see the offer that I've created to help you follow this proven path? Give me a 1 in the chat if you want to see it. Awesome. 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 You guys, so far we're crushing it together. This has been a lot of fun. Let's keep the momentum moving. Introducing the agency MVP model, proven model plus mentorship. At the end of the day, the one goal of this program, of this offering, is to take you from where you're at right now, which is overwhelm, confusion, complexity, all that, to a simple proven model. Okay. When Tammy heard about us doing a workshop just like this, she jumped into our UpHex community and said, hey, for anyone feeling the pinch of agency overwhelm, this program is a beacon of hope. The wisdom and straightforward approach to cracking the scaling code are eye-opening. Okay. So this is for you if you are a person who is like, I don't believe in taking shortcuts, but I do believe in taking a path, a proven plan. Because the reality is without the jumping around and the guessing, it will feel like shortcuts, but that's not what it is. Taking shortcuts is putting in no effort. Following a proven plan is putting in the right effort. If that's you, then this is for you. We do not work with Hail Mary marketers. If you are honestly, this is just a genuine from me to you. If you're broke, if you can't do anything, nothing will help you. You need to get your income taken care of. You need to have a job. You need to start this on the side. Too many people are told they're tempted away to start this business because they're told it's easy. You can make a bunch of money real fast. That's not true. It's not hard, but it does take time. And if you're trying to feed yourself, you can't do the real work. We want you to do the right thing so you can win. Okay. So as long as you're not trying to throw a Hail Mary, but you're committed to doing things right, then this is for you. No Me Too marketers, no get rich quick people, no schemers. We are real entrepreneurs building real businesses that provide value to customers. Okay. This is for real entrepreneurs. If that's you, then you're a perfect fit for this. Okay. So before we even talk about what is included in this offer, you guys got to understand there is a particular person that's going to win and a particular person that's going to lose. So give me a 1 in the chat if you guys are true or want to be on your way to becoming true entrepreneurs. Give me a 1. Okay. Very good. All right. Awesome. That's what you're here to do. There's too many entrepreneurs, guys. There's too many people putting in the wrong effort. They're putting in the scheming effort. It's kind of gross when we see what people are capable of just to make money. All right, let's roll. Solution number 1. Okay. We have put together a proven agency model roadmap, if you will. Okay. This core curriculum, it helps you build the agency you want, but it only works if you do. Here's what's included. It's a 10-week course. You both learn and apply. I had a question today about MVP and they're like, well, do you teach the tactics? Yeah, I do. But I never teach a tactic without a principle, without giving you a skill first. I'm not going to give you a tactic because a tactic known is a tactic blown. Okay. So we teach you how to learn and both how to apply, and we do it in sequence. Agency specific skills. So we're going to be entrepreneurs, but we're entrepreneurs applied to agencies. Okay. It's an A to Z roadmap. It's GHL simplified, all the complexity. We're going to simplify that. And then it's UpHex simplified. Okay. You will find everything you need to overcome all the confusion and complexity, including how to find your own niche. I talked about a proven formula. Okay. There's the right formula on how to do that. When I learned it, you guys, I started printing money. It was awesome. And then creating your offers, and then getting clients and building your agency. You guys, this thing is literally my agency in a box. All of the protocols, all of the principles, all of the things that I did to build that agency are included in that core curriculum. Okay. Now let's stop for just a minute. Okay. We got to be real with each other. What would you pay me today to tell you all of the things that I learned during that year of removing things? What would you pay me? How much would it be worth? It would be worth a lot. Well, the good news, it's all in there. We went back and we documented all of the things that drove those outcomes. We documented them, and then we put them in the core curriculum. So the first part of this offer, what you're going to get is the MVP core curriculum. Now, we valued it at $2,000. I don't know. I feel like it should be worth way, way more than that. And we'll talk more about the price here in just a second. Okay. But that thing we're valuing at $2,000. My agency in a box. Solution number one. Solution number two. Customer acquisition is a big part of your business. We talked about that. That was one of the two buckets, if you guys remember. Getting clients is really hard, especially when you feel like you have to compete against everybody, right? Here's what we have done. Not only do I give you the pitch deck and all that kind of stuff, but I've given you the client getting formula. Okay. And the on-demand course will lay out everything you need to do. Okay. It will show you how to create an irresistible offer, versions of the ones that we've created, how to adapt it, how to apply it. It will show you how to price it. It will show you how to sell one-on-one, and it will also show you how to sell one-to-many. And it will also show you how to get qualified customers. How many of you have owned agencies that have terrible customers? They felt like your boss instead of your customers. 2,000 is a little expensive for me right now because I haven't even told you the price yet. But I will tell you right now, time is more expensive than money. How to lead with value. How to sell the thing that sells the thing. For all of you who feel like you have to guarantee and do all these crazy guarantees to get customers, you will learn finally how to get customers with this MVP client formula. Okay. Now, your agency versus my agency. I see a lot of people struggle to get clients. Here's what all of them miss. Okay. 60% of the results will come from your list, 30% will come from your offer, and 10% will come from your copy and messaging. How crazy is that? It's knowing how to apply all these things. Your agency versus my agency. Here's what I would do. You guys, when I needed business, okay, number one, I would send an email. Like literally my team would say, hey, Sam, we either need more clients or we want more clients. I'd send an email. I'd get as many clients as they said, hey, we need 5 more clients. All right, boom, I'd get them. And I'd turn off the funnel because I was happy. That's what this MVP formula is all about. And that's what you will be working towards. And that's what you will do if you do it right. What would you want, or what would you do if you had a client getting formula that worked that well? By the way, let me ask you this. Do you know what this means? When we talked about the 2 buckets, the agency overwhelm buckets, that means that the number one cause of getting clients, when you have the MVP client getting formula, that's taken care of. What's the other one? We're going to jump to it here in just a second. All right. So far what you're getting, you guys, you're going to get our core curriculum. So you know all this stuff, so you can do it. You can learn at your own pace. And then you're going to get the client MVP formula. Now, I value that at $4,000 because honestly, if I gave you the entire formula on how to get clients, wouldn't it be worth quite a bit more than $4,000? Yeah. Total value is $6,000. Will this work for someone that has no sales experience? Yes, it will. We've had people do. In fact, you're going to see Lori here in just a second. Pauline, reminds me just of that. So that is solution number 2, how to get clients with this formula. The key is to sell without selling. Solution number 3. With all the features available, Hilo has over 300. Okay. What is the setup and feature combination that people are going to buy? What clarity do they need to buy? Okay. Because that is why most people don't buy, is because they're confused by all the stuff you have. So we're going to give you the proven agency snapshot. Okay. You get both the agency lifestyle snapshot as well as the simplified sub account snapshots. So just to clarify, you need a snapshot for your agency, then you need a snapshot to apply to your customers. Those are 2 different snapshots, and we give you both of them. They are pre-built, okay, and they're proven. We removed all the complexity. I told you it took us a year. The workflows, the automations, that's included, and they're easy to adapt. So mine was in the chiropractic niche. Maybe you're in roofing, maybe you're in solar, maybe you're in fill in the blank. You can adapt it to your niche really easily. Okay. Now, for me, if you guys are anything like me, when I would go out to sell, the number one thing that would kill my sales is not feeling confident in my product. Okay. This is why we made sure that you have a proven setup, both the agency snapshot as well as the customer snapshot. But we're going to take it even further. We're going to make sure, my team is going to make sure that you are set up properly. All right. That's how much we're committed to getting outcomes with this offer. So instead of looking at all of the features that Hilo drops and keep dropping all the time, we've curated the most desirable features you're going to need so you can get clients and keep it stupid simple. You want to know what that means? Not only are you going to get clients, but you're going to be able to make money. How many of you guys want to make money? Give me a 1 in the chat if you want to make money in your agency. This should be a boatload of 1s. Okay, very good. You guys, okay. You guys, these are the actual struggles that people are solving. Hell yeah, hell money. There we go. These are the problems. All of these people, remember these guys? They're all struggling because they don't know this. They don't know how to get clients. They don't know why their snapshots are so complex. Okay. And let's be real. If all of my program, if all the MVP program, the only thing it did was help you build a snapshot that was clear, the agency snapshot, the sub account snapshot, so you knew what to sell, would it be worth it? If that's all it did, no matter what it costs, because then you'd have a business, would it be worth it? Of course. So here's what you're getting. Okay. We're going to give you the core curriculum. So you have everything you need to model my business. We're going to get you the client getting formula. And then we're going to give you both snapshots. By the way, people pay thousands of dollars just to have these snapshots. But most of those people who create the snapshots never ran an agency. They're just building them. This sub account snapshot, this agency snapshot were the snapshots that we use to run our agency. The agency that we built, that's the snapshot. It beats the crap out of all these other ones because they're just hypothetical. This is battle proven. That's the difference. Total value, $10,000. You guys, the value is more than that. I don't know. People say you have to apply value to this. How do I value a business in a box? And by the way, you're getting all of this. What else could you possibly need? Okay. So that's the productized delivery. What else do you need? What else do you need? If you're anything like me, I knew that people would need 2 things. Number one, I know people learn in 2 different ways. They're going to learn the first way that we've talked about so far, all that information, the core curriculum, the client getting formula, all that kind of stuff. They're going to learn based on what's in that program. Plenty of people learn that way. I do not learn that way. I need that, plus I need some additional help. Okay. In-person learning is critical to me. Some type of solution. That way I can come to a community, to someone who has done it or is doing it alongside of me to get those solutions. So solution number 4 is an amazing community of people working towards the same goal you are working towards. So you get the help and support from agency pros who have already built this exact model and scaled past 100 SaaS clients. Okay. So what I mean by that, there's weekly coaching, There's an exclusive community of people doing the same thing. There's focused learning. We don't go around chasing shiny objects. I will not allow that. Okay. And it's led by real agency pros. What does that mean? What is learning from real agency pros? So the first thing it means is you're going to learn from my team. There's me, fancy headshot, folks. There's me. To the right of me is Jacob Morris. He is our CTO. He's the guy knows a ton about back end and all that kind of stuff. And then the gal on the right is Heather Kelly. Heather has onboarded more clients than a ton of people. So you've got the operations, you've got the setup, and you've got the sales, which is me. Okay. So in addition to my entire team who administers the program, we also have another killer in our midst. His name is Alex Machuca. Alex Machuca is an absolute juggernaut in the agency space. He has, well, first off, he was an original UpHex customer. So he's been with us for a long time. He has scaled way past 7 figures, but he did it with the SaaS model that we teach to over 350 SaaS clients. And he by far is one of the leading industry experts that you will ever meet. Okay. He is an absolute, like, he's a find. Every week, people get to come in, ask me questions, ask him questions, and he still owns an agency. I want to be him. He's pretty awesome. Okay. You guys, here's the deal. We're all in this together. So I truly look at it that way. Whether you have questions about A2P stuff, people can come in and they're talking with each other about that. We've had people create partnerships from the community. It's like, hey, we're all working on the same thing together. Why wouldn't we partner? I have a sales background. You have an operations background. Let's team up. How cool is that? Right? We have people coming in saying, hey, I need advice. Okay. That's awesome. And then we have people coming in saying, hey, what do you think about video versus creative? I've got these things. What are your thoughts? This is the type of community that you'll be coming into. Okay. So of course you're going to get the curriculum, the client getting formula, the snapshots, the weekly coaching, all of that. What kind of value are we talking about? It's gotta be more than that, but $15,000 just to, I mean, if you were to start any other business and pay $15,000 to what we're getting, you'd be getting a bargain. So you guys, if all this thing did was help you find an offer that got clients, would it be worth it? If all you were able to get from this program was proven snapshots, because most of you are overcomplicating them. Most of you have a dozen different snapshots installed in your high-level account. That ain't going to work That ain't going to work, right? Would it be worth it? If all this did was made it so you can come to our group sessions and ask a pro, hey, I'm thinking about this. Is it a good idea? And then just get it straight from the hip. No, but do this instead. Would it be worth it? If all I did was get you a couple clients because you finally had something that was proven to work, would it be worth it? Yes, I think it is. Pauline, I think I referred to you. You asked, would it work for somebody who's not good at sales? This is Lori. She is not good at sales, just so you know. And that's not an insult to her. She would agree. But here is what she was able to do when she started applying what we teach in MVP.
Hey Sam, I got my first roofing client. He's signed up, on the call and paid. So I'm all good. Heather actually helped me because I asked her about onboarding and she said, take the payment on the phone. So I did that and had my form all ready and we're going. Yeah, it was like 20 minutes. He actually stopped me. He's like, we're good. I want to pay. Let's go. So yeah, sometimes it just works that smoothly. So I'm pretty excited. Take care.
You guys, how many of you would like to hear a customer say, we're good, I just want to pay? We're good, I just want to pay. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Here's what Gary said. Gary, by the way, has been in the agency space. So I know in this community, we've got people who have been in the agency space for 0 to 12 months. Gary's been in for 4 years. Here's what he said.
Sorry, businesses in my niche who are promoting dry eye. And damn, it turns out one of them had a freaking call scheduled with me today, and I just closed them, dude. I don't know, man. This is like, it can't be this easy. I know there's a whole other side of it with fulfillment, and I'm ready for that to the best I can at this point. But damn, man, it's really, really working well.
So to Gary's point, it can't be this easy is what he said. When it is an irresistible offer, just like Lori, they're going to say things like, we're good, I want to pay. Or, damn, it can't be this easy. Here's what Daniel said. Daniel was the guy that earned the SaaSpreneur Award, doing it the complicated way. Then he burned his agency down. He's been in the agency space for 4 years. He completely shifted niches. And with our program, with our strategy, with our formula, here's what he was able to do.
But it's been great, man. I mean, I never felt like this in my past 4 years of being an entrepreneur and being like a funnel hacker, you know, from ClickFunnels, and buying, you know, and picking a new industry and know nothing about it and figuring out their status quo, do research, and then when we launched the offer, it bites. It's just like we brought, you know, you're teaching about, yeah, you don't want to put a yacht in a small lake, right? So
4 years as an agency owner. And when he learned how we make offers, he said, I've never felt like this before. We made an offer and it just bites. The first day he did this and he posted in our community, maybe have screenshots of this somewhere in this presentation, I can't remember. He got 20 demo calls and he averaged 20 demo calls a day. He was getting like 200 demo calls a month in his first month. And then after that, he was crushing it. Right now, Daniel is absolutely crushing it and he's keeping it super simple. But you guys, the wins keep coming. Louis Waddy. Louis is an architect. He's an analytical thinker. Okay. That's his biggest impediment is he overthinks everything, but we got him through the program and he goes, I got my first 6 bookings so far in just over a week of running my first ad. Thanks, Sam, and the MVP program. I've never gotten this far without GHL and UpHex. Okay. Daniel, this is the one I was just talking about. Second day of running this offer. Holy smokes. I can't believe we booked 20 demos in just one day. Okay. New customer, Andrea Barone. Andrea is in Italy, by the way. So if we have any international guests thinking, whoa, does this work in my country? Andrea is doing this in Italy. And he's like, you can probably acquire customers, even if your target market is generic, but after starting the MVP program, I started focusing on one sub niche, one offer, and keep everything as simple as possible. In the last 2 weeks, I've acquired 3 new clients and 2 new clients will start this week. It is no coincidence. We are only at the beginning, but I am sure we are on the right path. Thanks, Sam. Couldn't have done it without MVP. Okay. And then this one, Gary, once again, this was just like 5 days ago, a couple days ago. 3 clients in 7 days. Stay focused. This MVP stuff works if you work it. How many of you guys want to have a fraction of that outcome? Give me a 1 in the chat. If those types of outcomes, people biting on your offers, people saying, I just want to pay, we're good on your offers. You feeling so confident about your offers that you're like, this is the way. This MVP stuff works. Awesome. So here's what's included. Okay. Of course, I'm going to give you everything you need to implement these in your agency. So if you struggle with your niche, I'm going to make sure that you don't struggle with your niche anymore. Of course, if you don't have an offer that doesn't work, none of this is going to work. So we'll make sure that you have an offer that works. And all the guesswork, we've curated it through an on-demand program, and then we back it up and validate it with that Scrum session. So of course, I'm going to help you with that. I'm going to help you with simplifying your agency. I'm giving you the battle tested snapshots. Okay. So if you want to simplify your agency, this is the way. Need a proven agency model? Hell yeah. That's what we do. Need support from others and my team and Machuca? Yes, we got you. When I look at the marketplace, I could take coaching programs like I did. Now I know where I make my money. UpHex is an awesome software, but as I talk to more and more of you, I realize that there are hardly any coaching programs, any programs at all that are teaching people how to do this model. So instead of charging 10,000 people, that's what people are doing. Some people charge way more than that. You should hear what Daniel paid to a couple people. I had two choices. I could either like go super high ticket. I absolutely could. Or the second one is I can make it affordable for everybody. So on the webinar today, I had thought originally, you can talk anybody who went through our beta, I was going to price this at $5,000. But today I'm not going to charge 5,000. Okay. I could charge 10,000. But this month, what I'm doing, and the reason I say this month is because it could change. My original plan was to do it higher. That way, the people who buy in, you'll hear a phrase, those who pay attention. The people who pay more do more of the work. So I'm counting on you guys at just $997 to do the work. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and I believe. Can somebody do me a favor? Instead of going out of the presentation, would somebody mind putting that link into the chat? I would be very grateful. Actually, let me see if I can do that for you guys. Sorry for I thought I had it clipped onto the clipboard and I did not. We're not done yet, by the way. We're not done yet. All right. So it's just $19.97. Now, don't leave because there's more. I've got a fast action bonus for you guys. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that. So you guys click the link, open up a new tab, but don't leave because we're not done yet. I've got a couple bonuses actually that I want to layer on to you guys, and then I'll do a Q&A. I know you guys have got questions. Thank you so much for the participation so far. Here's what I'm going to do for the first 5 people that start up right now. Okay, the first 5 people. I'm going to give you one-on-one access to me to ask me questions as long as you don't abuse it. We have one guy that abused it and I just kicked him out because it's like, dude, you can't freaking call me every day. Or not every day, every hour. I give you one-on-one access via Marco Polo. So you can literally say, hey, Sam, what do you think about this offer? And I can say stuff like, yeah, it's good. Or I can say, I like it, but here's something that you left out. And I can give you actionable advice that you can literally take and use. Okay. These are actual screenshots of people doing that with me. Okay. And by the way, the reason I'm giving this to 5 people who take action right now and today is because I love action takers. They win. They win. And it makes me look good. I don't like looking bad. I like looking good. And it makes the community better. The more action takers we have, the better off we all are. Okay. And I know that before today, you came in with one set of beliefs. I hope we've helped start that change. And you guys are saying, we've been participating. We're going to implement. Who are my implementers? Who are my implementers? If you guys are down to get started, if you want one of the 5 spots, give me a 2 in the chat. Give me a 2 in the chat. All right. Hey, Kaiser, you were the one that was talking about not having the money. You're overcoming that. Nice work. Who else has the balls to do it? Okay. By the way, what we're charging, I'm literally saying the first 5, get that. After that, we're probably not going to be doing this next month. I do this once a month. That's the goal. We bring people in, we take them through the program, and we're really focusing on getting outcomes. And it's a fraction of the cost. I know another program that this is $3,000 a month to get a fraction of this. So here's what you're getting. You're getting my model, my agency in a box. You're getting the client getting formula. You're getting the snapshots. You're getting the live coaching calls. And for those of you who take action now, one-on-one chat video with me. Total value, dude, one-on-one chat video. You kidding me right now? It's way more than that. Total value of $20,000. Okay. Now, here's for all of you people who have been burned, and I totally understand it. I totally understand it. You have payment plan. It is through PayPal, and PayPal has a payment plan, I believe. So you can do that through them. For all of you people who have been believed, I have what I call the Decide Inside Guarantee. Okay. Now, what this is, if I have represented in my offer things that are not included, okay, if I don't give you the stuff that I promised in this offer, you can come back to me and you can say, you know what? I'm not satisfied. I want my money back. If you're lazy, this is not for lazy people. Okay. That to me, okay, on my way home, okay, Carl, I tell you what, since you put your words on, you had the courage to speak them, I'll put your name down. I'll put your name down, and then I will make sure you get one of those 5 slots. Nice job. Nice freaking job, Carl. All right. There we go. All right. So it's priced to just $19.97. Customer satisfaction guarantee. We're going to put on a timer, and I'm going to go back and we're going to enter, we're going to answer some questions here. You guys go to myagencyMVP.com/join to see the page. And by the way, if you want to see what that looks like real quick, let me just show you. That way you can make sure you're on the right page. Okay. So when you go here, this is the page. This is the last one we did. This is all the stuff on here. If you have if you have questions, if you want to see testimonials or whatever, if you want to see more information on it. But to enroll, you just click on Enroll in Agency MVP. Okay. And then you can do PayPal or credit card, fill out the information, off you go. I'm gonna hit stop share. I'm so technical, you guys. We're going to go back to share, and then we're going to jump on these questions. And if you guys, sometimes on these presentations, what I have found, where's the chat? Okay, there we go. What I have found is Pauline is in. Awesome, Pauline. Excited for you. All right, Pauline, you're one of the slots. Pauline is in. Aaron is in. Aaron Adresso. Very cool. SM, what is your name? What's your actual name? Can you put that? Let me know. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see what questions we have here. All right. I'm going to go up, push this up. Okay. Push this up. Does UpHex work in French? Yes. Works in Italian too. I showed you Andrea that is doing it. Yes, it does. Hands-on. Okay. So Eric is a hands-on learner. Very good, Eric. Support. We've got great support. We talked about that. Do we get, so UpHex, so with UpHex, there's not snapshots with UpHex, but we do help you curate a small library of ads that work. And plus, here's something I haven't shared with anybody. Oh, Sam, are you going to share it? Yes, I'm going to share it. So the ads that are available in UpHex are the ads that are in the template that are there for you to use are fulfillment, or in other words, they're ads that you can use on behalf of your customers. So if you work with plumbers, your plumbers can use those. If you work with chiropractors, your chiropractors can use those. If you work with, if you're trying to run ads to get customers for your agency, the reason we don't templatize those is because as soon as we templatize one, then everybody else use it. So you need something unique. But here's the good news. In this, I think in probably 2 weeks, we have an artificial intelligence that we've been using to create ads for B2B customers. You guys will have full access to that. It's not even included here in this presentation because it's not out yet. But I mean, I own the company. I know what's coming. So it's coming. So you guys will have an ad writer that will write B2B ads, and it's phenomenal. It's good how well it works. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. These are all Facebook or Google. So we have, well, we lead with Facebook ads. And if you're Google, by the way, we probably will have more Google stuff as soon as we roll out a couple of feature things, which should be in the next 2 months. This model is going to lean heavily on Facebook ads. That's the model I used. That's the model. Well, we used a couple others, but Facebook ads is what we use. We also did Google, but we didn't automate Google ads. So our model was around Facebook ads, but yes, we will have Google ads coming, and you guys will get early access to some of the features that we have there, by the way, which, by the way, our MVP people get first access to all of those types of features first. I assume I have to pay to get GHL agency account plus UpHex account, which is fine. Yes. Yeah. You need, that's your software stack. Yeah. Let's see here. I watched your Keaton webinar earlier this week and excited to get started. Awesome. Very cool. So Stefan Maslow, Stefan, you are also in. I got to tell you, that's 5, but I got to tell you, here's what I'm going to do. You guys have been wicked. You guys have probably been one of the most engaged audiences I've had in a very long time. So I'm doing it for 5 more. I'm doing it for 5 more. So we're going to do it for 5 more. You can literally send me. Here's the app. It's called Marco Polo. And by the way, I'm going to show you how to get access to this here in just a second. It's called Marco Polo. You send stuff to me. Here's an example of one that, I mean, this is.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Sorry, I look a little scruffy, but I just want to say, kind of give you guys an update. I reached out to one of my current clients that I have right now on like a.
This is the kind of stuff that you get to engage with and get answers on. So I'm doing it for 5 more. You guys, this has been absolutely phenomenal. Let's see here. Let me go back to questions. You guys, do you have any other questions? Now, for everybody that is signing up right now, you got to stick around for a few more minutes because I'm going to tell you how to get access to the program, get access to me, especially the first 5 people. So we're going to do that. What version of GHL and UpHex do you need to start with this program? The GHL is the SaaS one, the 497. With UpHex, you're going to start with the 97. Okay. You're going to start with the 97 and you'll upgrade as you get customers. Okay. All right. Whew, man, I feel like I've been talking a million miles an hour. We got 8 more minutes and I'm going back to make sure that we got these questions covered. Do you guys have any more questions? Any more questions? And if not, then we can jump over to what to do next for the people who are already signing up. This has been really great, phenomenal for me. Thank you so much, you guys, for coming. I did a lot of ones and you guys really responded. So Clifford, thank you. Okay. Well, instead of reading down there, if you guys have questions, you can just type them down. Is there an average monthly recurring revenue on a single client, or does it depend on the niche? It depends on the niche. In fact, I'm publishing a case study on YouTube today. And I address this specifically. And this is also a good thing. Like if you guys are starting out, come in and ask questions about your niche, about pricing. The reality is I can give you a ballpark of what to do, but you're not going to know until you test it a little bit. So there's like a testing phase. And then, beyond that, you can do other things. I will say in my agency, we started out at one price and I wish we'd kept it there for longer because that's what Alex Machuca did. And he just built his foundation, his base, like bulletproof. And then when he starts adding on these premium offers, it was, he's crushing it. Okay. I thought I started with 97, but being charged 297, I think it's the same. It's the second level. So at the second level, that means you have more than 3 sub accounts attached. So 297, 1 to 3. And then we charge 297 once you get to 4 to 10, and then 497 to 11 and beyond. Okay. All right. Are there any other questions? I have 0 clients. Okay. Well, then you will have $97 a month, Pauline. And the goal is to get you to more than 0 really quickly. You can just get 1, should pay for all your software. That's the goal. All right, man, I am feeling like we have done a really good job here today. I'm a little worn out, to be honest with you. You guys mind if we jump over to what's next screen so everybody who already purchased can do that? I don't want to go over. If you guys have more questions, I can stick around, but give me a 1 if we can go to the next screen. Let me know. And I know all of you people who have already bought are going to say one. So I'm looking for the people who have not bought. So Carl, I know you already bought. Anybody else? You guys good to go? Since you're not saying anything, then we're just going to go anyway. All right. Let's see here. So first and foremost, congratulations to our new MVPers. Super awesome to have you. If you are watching this right now, here's what you need to do. Send an email to sam@uphex.com, uphex.com. Send me an email. Let me know that you bought. I'm going to go back and just validate the payment. And then I will send you the next steps to getting started. Okay. For anybody watching this on the replay, also send an email to sam@uphex.com. The delay will be once I get the email, depending on when I get it, whatever, I'm going to jump in, validate your payments, and then I will send you an email with the next steps. This has been a ton of fun. Awesome, you guys. Good to go. Jimmy, good to go. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for jumping in. Did we have anybody else that before I go that took up one of the other 5 slots? That way I can write your name down. And we'll make sure you get one of the one-on-ones. Mike, you did. Okay. Mike Ramirez. Okay. Anybody else? We're good? If you did, and I stop this and you're like, oh crap, I'm doing, or if you're like filling it out now, that's okay. Send me an email. I will look at it. If you send me an email, I will look at it. If you paid, I'm going to hold good to the other slots. Okay. We've got 4 more slots and I'll hold those to the replay as well. You guys, awesome. Thank you so much for coming here today. Stop share. It's been a lot of fun for me. I hope that it's been informative to you. Even if you were not able to purchase, if it's not the time right now for you, I totally understand. But if you didn't walk away getting something from this, that's a loss for me. Hopefully you got something from this, and that is the goal. I want to see more and more people win. And I think MVP is the best program in the business to help you do that. Awesome. All right, guys, thanks. Have an awesome day.